Welcome to the Best Me podcast. Your best tomorrow starts today. I'm your host, Ellen Livingston. I believe showing up each and every day as the best version of myself doesn't happen on accident. It takes awareness and planning. On this podcast, I talk about planning for ways to improve my health, develop a sense of purpose in everyday life, and create meaningful connections so I can be the best me I can be. And so can you. Let's get started. Hey there, besties. It's me, Ellen. Thanks so much for listening today. I really appreciate your support. This is episode 41 of the Best Me podcast, and today is September 24th, and 2 days ago was the fall equinox, or, the first day of fall. And like a lot of people, I absolutely love fall. Now, I think even those of us who are beach people and can't really get enough of the sun and sand really do appreciate cooler mornings and the beautiful fall foliage that will start peeking out soon. Not to mention the beginning feelings of the holiday season that is just around the corner. And guys, if you're like me, you love fall festivals and pumpkin patches. And if you're fortunate enough to live where they have apple orchards, those are so much fun to visit in the fall. And guys, it's almost a magical feeling for me. And fall traditionally has been a time of harvest, which, brings about a sense of abundance and prosperity and wealth and gratitude for what we have. And for me, the change of the season, especially to fall, is always exciting because it represents new beginnings and a fresh start. And animals also sense this change, of course. They prepare for winter during the fall by storing food or growing thicker fur. Some of them change colors for camouflage. They'll start to find shelter for the really cold nights that are ahead, or maybe they just even migrate. And I guess I'm like the animals. I get the urge to get ready too. Now, I'm sure by now you're thinking, what does all of this have to do with the Best Me lifestyle? Well, as you probably know, one thing that puts purpose into my daily life is keeping a clean, warm, inviting living space, because that's one thing that I can do for my own well-being. And now that it's fall, I'm in full swing to get my home ready because I guess, I equate coziness with feeling comfy and secure, and I guess I'm just a squirrel at heart. So today, I want to talk about some ways to use fall to get ready for the winter. And to start with, the outside of our homes needs some attention. After the long summer, we need to look at it closely, not just to be ready for winter weather, but to add some curb appeal for your guests who you may have over during the holiday season. And when the weather gets a little cooler, it's a great time to get outside and rake up all those leaves, clear off your walkways, sweep anything that needs sweeping off. And you know what, guys? I love outdoor lighting. And I'm wanting to put some of those solar lanterns or something kind of similar along my front walkway. And it would be a good idea to do that after I get everything cleaned off. And it's just so pretty and inviting, especially if you have friends coming over. And this is also a good time to clean up the outside entry to your house. I really mean like scrub your front door and scrub the door frame down. And then, sweep off and clean off your front porch. And it's also a good time to get a new front door mat and maybe put out some seasonal plants or flowers by the front door. It really adds so much to your home, and it takes just a little bit of effort to get the outside of your house looking great and ready for fall. And if you have any outdoor furniture, it's probably needing some attention too. Now, I have some of the furniture that doesn't have cushions and some that does. So the one that doesn't have cushions, I'm probably just going to hose them down and get them all cleaned up. But the ones that do have cushions, I'm probably going to take them off, take the covers off, wash them, or at least vacuum them and get any dirt and leaves and cobwebs off of them. Anyway, I usually cover them during wet weather, but if you live where it snows a lot, you may bring your cushions inside or maybe the whole furniture set inside for storage during the winter. And this year for fall, I do have a small project for the foyer of my home. I already have a table with a mirror over it and a little small coat rack thingy, but I'd like to add a small mudroom type of bench with storage for shoes, to kind of make a spot for like when you walk in and you want to kick your shoes off, you can put them there. And I know if you live in the part of the country where it snows a whole lot, everybody does this. Everybody has a place to kick off your shoes. I don't have that. I grew up in the South. That really wasn't a thing, but I thought it'd be kind of cool to have a space like that. So I'm going to work on that this fall. And another idea for fall cleaning is to get your fireplace ready if you have one. And it is recommended to have the chimney swept professionally once a year to make sure you get all the soot and creosote out of it. But besides the chimney part of it, getting the hearth cleaned up and maybe, washing off the bricks if you have a brick fireplace on the inside of your house, I'm talking about. Get that all ready because nothing makes your house cozier than having a fire in your fireplace. And now I'm going to talk about inside decor because if you're like me, you have some fall color items you like to get out. And I'm talking about throws and pillows. If you have those, you need to throw them into your dryer and fluff them up and get them smelling better because they've been stored all winter. And maybe if you have a little rug in your house that you change out, that you can do that right now too. Now, I know I sound like I'm crazy because I'm all excited about cleaning. So can you guys tell that I can't wait for fall? I'm serious. I'm ready to curl up in my favorite chair with a fire in the fireplace and maybe a throw over my legs with some hot chocolate because it's this feeling of a warm, cozy place to call home that gives us all a sense of security and well-being. And it's worth our time and effort to create this space for ourselves. We're worth it. This is why it gives me a sense of purpose every day to keep my home clean and organized and inviting. And that's why it's a part of my Best Me lifestyle. That's all I have for today, besties. Be kind, be positive, and be your best. And remember, small progress is still progress. Thanks for listening to the Best Me podcast. If you would like to make a comment, suggest a podcast topic, or just say hi, send me an email at bestmepodcast@gmail.com. I hope you'll join me next week as I continue to talk about how to be the best me I can be. This episode was edited by Adam Boatwright. If you need any help with music, audio and video editing, or digital arts, be sure and check him out at adamboatwright.com. That's ADAMBOATRIGHT.com.